Hello, my name is Michael Morales, and I'm the Director of Partner Relationships with LendSuite Software. I've been in the short-term lending industry for over 15 years. I know the holiday season can make or break a great year. I also know that repeat or returning customers are a key piece in the profit pie of short-term lending. That is why I'm going to have a very interesting discussion today of returning customers. Yes, you can assume that you can send out some emails and get some clicks and returning customers will come back. And many will, but also many customers have multiple lenders they use. So how do you stand out? Good news is that through different experiences, I've worked with some really great premier partners that can really help your numbers grow this holiday season. Have you thought about direct mail? Well, I have Seth Manley with IM Group joining me today to discuss their Enacted program. Have you thought about sending out special messages direct to customers you want most? Well, I have Kirby Miller with VoApps joining today to discuss how you can drop detailed ringless voicemails directly to your customer's inbox. Last, and something you might not have ever thought about, but how can a lead provider help you? There's going to be some great information on this, with the ultimate goal is to help you achieve your highest returning customer numbers ever this holiday season. Thank you. As we continue to explore alternative ways to reach these elusive returning customers, I'm honored to bring Seth Manley in with the IM Group. Seth, how you doing today, sir?
Doing great. How you doing, Mike?
Doing great. So, hey, tell me a little bit about direct mail and returning customers, and do you guys have a program for that?
We actually do. We've developed kind of a custom program for a lot of our lenders in the small dollar lending space. And it's a batch style program where we incorporate a number of our clients into one campaign because the volumes are low. And when you have volumes that are, of 100 pieces a month or 100 pieces per campaign, it really drives the cost up. So what we've done is batched 12 to 15 clients and active customer campaigns together so that we get the economies of scale and we can bring that price down to 80 to 90 cents per piece. We bring in the data the same time every month from all of our partners that are involved on the fourth Friday of every month. And we typically mail 7 to 10 days later. And that mail piece will get in homes around the 10th to the 15th of every month.
Awesome. So we've been talking a lot about trying to get more returning customers during this holiday season. So have you seen any numbers where direct mail can assist in increasing that number?
Absolutely. The response rates for an inactive customer campaign are phenomenal. Much better than a new customer acquisition campaign. We typically see them anywhere from the high single digits to the low double digits. And those conversion rates are going to be much higher too, because you've worked with these customers before. They're good paying customers. The conversion rate should be somewhere in the 68 to 80% range. Varies depending on the lender and how they're working the customer. The cost per funded, can be anywhere from $15, $10-15 to $45. It really just depends on how far the lender is going back in their database. The further you go back, the lower the response rate's going to get, which is also going to drive down some of those. There's a lot can change for 6-7 months with this market. People move, people's credit situation change. So the further you go back, a little lower response rate, a little higher cost per funded. But the idea is to start in this 3 to 6 month range, and then you work back until you find your sweet spot and hit it. You can consistently count on those KPIs every month.
Well, no, that's awesome. So, with returning customer ROI being so important to a lot of these short-term lenders, $45 even at the high end is steal to get someone back that might be going somewhere else. So if a lender wants to do this, is this something that can be done quickly and you guys have the manpower to walk them through and give them some tips and tricks on being very successful on this?
Absolutely. At IM Group, our whole staff of marketers and data scientists come from the short-term lending world. We can develop creative, we can assist with data strategy, because while the lender does own the data, there are things that you can look at to where you can take top customers and mail a higher loan amount, where you might offer a customer that hasn't taken out as many loans with you, maybe a slightly lower amount until you determine whether or not they're going to continue to pay. And we can execute, as quickly as a lender wants. We can usually have creative done in just a few days, as long as there's not too much back and forth on the edits. And then we take in the file and we can have it in the mail 7 to 10 days later with Our next opportunity would be in December. We will take that data in on the fourth Friday of November. That campaign will mail out 7 to 10 days later and get in just before Christmas, 10th to the 15th of December.
Right when we want them all, right when they've spent too much money on Christmas, and we're here to help. So, well, that's awesome, Seth. I appreciate you joining me today. And it seems that mail is an option that I myself haven't thought about, but it seems like definitely an option for some lenders out there to use. Any final thoughts you want to wrap up with?
Feel free to reach out anytime. We'd love to assist you with your direct mail campaigns and show you how it can work in the small dollar lending space.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate your time, Seth.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Talk to you soon, buddy.
As we continue to explore alternative ways to reach these elusive returning customers during the holiday season, I have another idea that could really help you guys increase that inactive number count during the holidays. So I'm going to welcome in Kirby Miller with VoApps. Kirby, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, Mike.
So tell me, Kirby, how can VoApps help my customers bring back more returning customers this year during the holiday season?
With VoApps DirectDrop voicemail, we have a focused effort on helping our clients reduce their inactive customers and bring them back becoming returning customers. If somebody does need emergency funds, you want them to come back directly through you. That's an organic loan, right? The $1 million question is always how you do that. You got to politely market to them or politely let them know that you're available to help them out. What I used to do firsthand when I was a client of VoApps before I joined the VoApps team is I would have promo codes or discounts on future loans after a 30-day cooling off period that I would let my inactive clients know about. With VoApps, in lieu of a call center agent manually dialing, say, 15 voicemails an hour, or a less personalized channel such as email or text messaging, you can give a personalized voicemail with VoApps, and we could deliver 50,000 direct drop voicemails in a matter of 15 minutes. Watch the applications, the returning customers come back pretty quick from there.
So, all right. So that's so basically it's a automatic voicemail dropped into a consumer's phone. How does that move the needle? What technology is involved in that the consumer will help them apply faster?
So, one, it's the personalized voice. Clearly enunciate what you're offering to them. You do it concisely. But what's been really awesome in the last 2 years is that the carriers now have transcription on the phones. Speech recognition technology. If anybody has an iPhone that's listening to this, you've seen it on your phone. It's in there by default. So you can clearly enunciate a voicemail recording. You can put in a link in your recording that says, go to abclending.com and fill out a returning customer application. The customer can self-serve. You can be having returning customers 24/7 and running the campaigns every day of the week.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. So that URL link, I guess, with everyone having smartphones now, is a very powerful tool. So Kirby, if my lender comes to you, they're not rewriting the wheel here, right? I mean, this is something you already do for some customers, bringing in some returning customers, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our service is used the whole way through the lending process, from the new loan application, servicing existing customers, collections. But I tell my clients who are first getting started, if they want to make money quick, if they want to see the impact of direct drop voicemail, using it for returning customers is absolutely the easiest way to start. You can do batch processing, okay? We had a large lender test out 50,000 accounts in their first 30 days of starting with us, inactive accounts. And after a trailing 15 days, looking back on those 30 days, they netted over $600,000 in revenue from those returning customers using the direct drop voicemail campaigns.
Oh, that's pretty solid results there. So if I'm a lender, I'm a servicer, and I'm like, hey, the busy season's here now. Now I've heard with VoApps you can get up and running quickly. Is this something we could be having lenders up and running by the end of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in a simple campaign like inactive customers, returning customers, where it's a batch file, all that we need for our input file at VoApps is a list of the phone numbers. We have the list of the phone numbers. You can create the campaigns. Our new clients are up and running in 2 business days. That's time and time again. So somebody wants to get started, take advantage of the season that we're in right now for another 60 days on the lending side. Yeah, we can have a campaign going this week.
Well, I appreciate you joining. And, again, I mean, I've heard a lot of great things about the DirectDrop voicemail. I've got a few myself. It confuses me. I always read them, trying to figure out how this snuck in without a phone call. So I appreciate you joining, Kirby. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
As we continue to explore different ways to get you more returning customers, I want to think out a little bit outside the box. Everyone I know has probably purchased from lead providers and actually acquired customers from the major networks. But have you ever thought about leveraging a major network to help you get more returning customers? It's an option. So I have Val from EPCVIP joining me to discuss a little bit of how that might work. How you doing, sir?
Real well, man. Always a pleasure. How are you, Mike? Thanks for having me.
Doing good. Thank you for joining us. So, it might be something that a lot of lenders don't use. I have heard some lenders mention that they have used the networks and lead providers before. So is it an option for you to help these customers increase their returning numbers this year?
Oh, yeah. It's an option, and it's a great option at that. We as a company, we specialize in lead generation. That's our bread and butter. Lenders specialize in lend. They have 90% of their operation fine-tuned into modeling, into systems, onboarding. It's really just tied all around lending, with marketing and remarketing as a little bit of an afterthought sometimes, or a part of the beginning, but understaffed or underutilized or always wanting to expand. We have 90% of our company, if not almost 100, working dedicated to operations or remarketing and acquiring those users back and making sure that the LTV is high. Entire team dedicated to email, SMS, PPC, and other strategies, and lenders like that. Oftentimes we're used as a powerful extension, as a marketing partner of the lenders themselves because of the custom services that we provide.
That's awesome. So if I'm a lender and I'm coming to you, you got any ballpark numbers on what I could expect if I decided to leverage your network?
Yeah, I'll tell you the three hottest choices right now. Returning customers, as you know, they're the bread and butter. They know your brand. They've often paid. You've serviced them, and they're good customers. One of the easiest ways and the fastest way that they find your company is through paid search. PPC is an amazing way to get returning customers for your brand, but there's a lot of hurdles to overcome with Google, with Bing, with attribution, and it's just a tough time getting in the door, especially in our industry. And a lot of lenders have asked us for help with their paid search as a way to get these returning customers that are extremely highly valuable and bring them home straight to your brand. We offer custom PPC services tied specifically targeting returning customers for consumers, for their brands, for their portfolios, and a variety of other services. Another really powerful option that we've done lately is SMS. SMS is extremely powerful, and there's a lot of returning customers that could be done by tapping in them on a shoulder on a text message, because you know how many people, open a phone call and actually answer it versus a text message that's read every time. Now, lenders often use like a one-stop shop solution. They have varying degrees of deliverability, sometimes as low as 30%, sometimes as high as 70%, but you're charging 100% for not always a custom message. We have ways to improve your own redirects with SMS, do deep waterfalls for SMS, touch them if they funded, we opt them out, all these strategic things. And we even do SMS prospecting jointly together. We do direct mail as well. It's one of the powerful ones that some lenders do, but we throw a creative spin on. So we're able to do returning customer drops to partner sites as well as our own, or benefit together with a joint site. Our application rate of click to app sometimes as high as 60%, and lenders are the ones I'm talking to, averaging 40%. So you can get 50% more ROI doing exactly what you're doing just by making your application rate go from 40% to 60% with a joint venture with us. These are three very easy, not tech debt strategies, because we'll do it on the behalf of our partners, and easily ways to increase 30, 40, or 50% ROI.
Okay, so I guess from what you're saying, and to sum it all up, is go to an expert that understands marketing if you're trying to market to these returning customers. So any further insight or any closing details
you have to add?
There's a lot of stuff out there as long as companies are educated on it. We have complete customization for any fund. If you can dream up the SMS strategy or the PPC strategy or the direct mail, we also have push notifications. We can custom curate it and make it happen. We live and breathe on lead generation, turning customers and returning LTV. And if you can use any of our services to increase your returning customers, you would get 40, 50% more value out of your returning customers back. And those customers would then get 50 or 60% returning on the second and third vintage, and it just cascades up. Extremely powerful, and it starts multiplying the sooner you start.
Well, that is some great insight. And you're right. These customers are the bread and butter of our lenders and servicers. So any additional you can get is a win-win for everyone. So Val, I appreciate you jumping on, sir. I had some great insight, and hopefully some of my lenders reach out and try this strategy. I think it's really going to work well for them this holiday season. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for chatting. I appreciate the time.
Awesome. Thank you. That was a lot of great information we just got. We learned a lot from different people on different strategies. Don't get me wrong, email and text, easy, works very well, tried and true, but best lenders in this space are not afraid to think outside the box. So again, think outside the box a little bit, try some new things, look at DirectDrop voicemail, look at direct mail, try a lead provider. There's a lot of great tools that you can put in place to increase those numbers, because just a 1% increase in returns could be making an extremely profitable holiday season. So again, thank you for joining. My name is Michael Morales. I'm Director of Partner Relations with LendSuite, and I hope you enjoyed the content today. Thank you.